Hi, everyone. This is Ronnie and Ryan, Love and Dating Coach for Women. Today, here with my best friend, Moira Hutchinson, mindset cultivator, energy healer, and tarot card reader extraordinaire from wellnesswithmoira.com. And today, we're going to do our usual monthly love forecast. You know, what's happening in the month of October for those of you who are single. And even for those of you who have somebody, there might be some learning here about what's going on this month when it comes to your relationship and love.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Moira.
Thanks, Ronnie. It's great to be here. We missed last month, didn't we? I was just thinking that as you said, we're here for October. But you know, that's okay. From a numerology point of view, so September was a 9-month. And so we were kind of wrapping things up. And so perhaps for your viewers, they were kind of reviewing what was working, what was not working in looking for that partner or finding love. And then October is 10-month. And this, so with numerology, you add all the numbers together to get your single digit.
Yeah.
But 10 is seen to be a very auspicious energy because it really is wrapping things up. It's end, but it's a new elevated beginning. So I love the energy of October because, last month you may have been finding different things that didn't work or that didn't make you feel good in finding love or connecting. But now is the time to say, okay, enough of that. It's all over and done. This is the month where I start afresh. I start new. And the other part about the 10 energy is it's said that this is the month where we get to review and feel into the energy of the following year. So 2020 is supposed to be an amazing year. And it being a 4, right? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 4.
Yeah.
4 is very, very solid, very dependable.
Yeah.
So that's what I really encourage your viewers and all of us, like whether we're in a relationship or we're seeking, it's really important to honor our reaction, our interaction with the flow of numbers as well as the planet, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree. And, October is kind of an interesting month anyway, because it's such a change of seasons.
It is.
From the warmth of the summer into the cooler, crisp air and apples and apple cider and pumpkins and harvest and that kind of thing.
And the beautiful colors. We have beautiful colors around here.
Yes, beautiful colors. We don't have that much here in Connecticut yet, but we'll get there for sure. Mm-hmm. So it is a definite new beginning because of changing the seasons as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and here in Canada, we have Thanksgiving next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Next weekend. So that always, for me, living in Canada, that kind of makes you sit in and look at what are you grateful for?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And in the U.S., we'll do that next month. But, you can do it. You can have, take a look and do an inventory of what you're grateful for any month, right?
Absolutely.
Anytime. Yeah. It's always good. But you can't be grateful enough. No way to be too grateful. So, did you want to share a card with us to get us rolling?
Yeah, I'm just shuffling my tarot cards, and then we can actually. This is a nice month to check in with what the tarot guidance is, and then we'll look at my letting go cards too to see what are we wrapping up, what are we letting go of, to make way for the new. So what's come up for us is the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is a really interesting energy because it says, so I just said to you that with the 9 energy, we were wrapping things up. We may even find that things are finished. People that are not in alignment with what we truly want and need might be leaving. But the Six of Swords is a real sign that we're moving into calmness, into nurturing, into peace, into harmony. So this is a lovely reminder to say you're on track. You are in the right space. You have made the right intentions. Go with it. Flow with it. Right?
That's nice.
Isn't that beautiful? I like that. Like, so we were talking about the 10 energy. The 10 energy can be that you are planting seeds or starting new ways that continue to foster that sense of harmony and peace. But do you know the other part, the other energy of the Six of Wands is that it's like it's a wee promise of, look, there's your goal. There's the shore you're headed for. So that's beautiful alignment with what I said about October being a time where we're going to start feeling into the energy of what 2020's got in store for us too.
Excellent.
So have faith. Have faith with whatever you're doing to look for that relationship, for that, finding that love for yourself, for and sharing it too.
You know, it's interesting that we're talking about this right now, because yesterday I had a client call, and she, well, you know, she's really tired of dating and she just wants to quit. She just wants to give it up.
Right.
And I said, well, let's just do a little recap. How many men have you met? And she said 6. And I'm like, 6. That doesn't sound like that many to me. And she goes, well, think of all the men I had to talk to get to 6. I'm like, true. You've had to interact with a lot of guys, but you're going to quit after 6 men. I said, you don't strike me as a quitter. And, you know, it was really interesting. And she's like, well, no, normally I never quit. I'm like, well, why would you quit on this? Isn't this something you really want? Well, I could do without it. Of course you could do without it. But if it's something you want, you're going to just,
you got to go for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love what you said. Because, you know, with that client of yours, when she says, I'm going to quit, she's saying to herself that she doesn't matter, that she is not worthy of that wee bit of extra effort that it takes to say, okay, next, what's the next, right?
Right. So we spent a lot of time talking about how could she reframe this whole situation.
Good.
Based on what you're saying, and how she could find fun in it, or how she could find more enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
How she could find a way to look forward to it, and what other areas in her life has she felt like this before that she could pull on her learning and her skill sets and whatever. Because, you know, it's funny, she's a stockbroker. So if you can only imagine how many phone calls she had to make when she started out, because they don't give you a portfolio of people.
No.
You have to find out. So she had to make all those horrible cold calls asking people if she could buy their stock for them, or do they have a financial planner or whatever. I'm like, you went through that, and this is your stumbling block? And we had a good laugh over it, and really looking at what's been hard in her life and what's been easy in her life, and how if she makes this hard, it's hard. But what if she just enjoyed each man and told a story about it?
Absolutely.
So we just managed to shift the whole thing, and it really was such a great session. And by the end, her energy was very different. And I think it just coincides with everything you started talking about and with that card. And we talked about faith, just like the 6 of Swords. You were saying that she's on the path.
Yeah.
The quality of the men, of the 6 men, each man has been an improvement.
Right. Good.
And so she's on the path, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, good for her.
You know, I picked a card from my own deck, the Elemental Earth deck, and I got the, here it is. This is
it's a beautiful picture.
It's a healing card. And so this is, sometimes I think of this as a sprout growing. It's just like a new sprout coming up, and it's very green and fresh and bright. And that little bit of dew on the middle leaf there is kind of like you have what you need. It's a good card for nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself, doing any healing you need to do to make sure that you stay open and fresh and that you don't quit.
You don't quit. And you know, that's a beautiful alignment with that 10 energy that I was just talking about too.
Yes.
I like that. That really fits beautifully together.
Yes, absolutely. So I feel like, you know, it's actually a great time to meet people. It's a great time because you can still get out there. It's not freezing cold and snowing yet. It's not, you know, for winter lovers. It's not, we haven't gotten to the parka part of the season. So you can still get out there and go for a hayride or go pick pumpkins. And, you know, in my town, they're actually having, they have like a pumpkin carving night
Nice.
on the pier, and they line the whole pier with pumpkins. So there's a lot of things to take advantage of still, where you'll be in groups of people and you don't know who you're going to meet. And there's probably Oktoberfest where you can go have a beer and meet a bunch of friends.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a great month for that, going out. So I was feeling into what you were sharing, and I'm shuffling my letting go guidance cards because, of course, with these new beginnings and new ideas that we're looking at, we need to let go of what's not working. Well, let's see what's not working. And it's overthinking.
Oh, perfect.
Isn't that perfect? So, and actually, that's beautiful overlap with the Six of Swords. Swords are all about overthinking too.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's kind of like, you know what? Just go with the flow. Flow into and trust. Flow and trust are the two key things, is that you keep doing the things that are working for you. And like you just said, Ronnie, that what you got to keep going out and meeting the people and having the interactions, and trust that, like you were sharing with about your client, she's recognizing that each time the person was a little bit more in alignment with what she's looking for. And so then she just trusts that, you know what, I'm going to get there. Really encourage her to embrace that energy of the Six of Swords, and to not overthink. Your head's never going to fix anything or solve anything anyways. It's your heart. Your heart guides
That was
you.
another thing that she and I talked about, was how that internal voice that says, I want to quit. I said, are you going to let that voice run your life? You can't let that voice run your life. You'll never do anything new. You'll never get off the couch. There's that voice inside of you that's like, I'll do it later. I don't feel like it. Maybe I should quit. Yep. And I'm like, you cannot let that voice run your life. You have to, if you want to be authentic, you have to come from your heart, know what you want, and follow your heart. And that inner voice is there just to keep you safe and to keep you from looking foolish. But it sure as heck won't help you break out and try anything new, have new adventures or anything like that. So, yeah, and that's the overthinking part, which is what you're just saying.
And just before you move on from that point, Ronnie, is that it's always important to remember that overthinking, that little voice, is based on something in the past. It's not based on what's happening right now.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point, because some previous experience is making you feel uncomfortable so that it wants to keep you safe. That's such a good point.
Yeah. And so it's like, okay, thank you. It may have kept me safe then, but this is a new time, this new situation, new players involved, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, very good. So there's a lot to look forward to in October.
Absolutely. It's going to be an auspicious month. We always say that.
Well, there is always something good in every month.
And to your point, there's always something to be grateful for. It shifts and changes, but that's the key piece, is to look for it, right? Know that it's there.
I guess I feel that when you're out there looking for love, maybe every once in a while you need to take a little break. And, I respect that. I acknowledge that. But then get back out there, because if you really want love, I believe it's your destiny.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you to fulfill your dream and fulfill your destiny. And it's not, nobody's going to come knocking on your door going, hey, I'm the one.
Nope.
Well, you have to get out there, and you have to at least be available to cross paths with that man, because he could be looking for you too. But if you're not out and about meeting people and being social and mingling and being friendly, he can't find you.
And having fun. It's got to feel fun too, right?
There's no question about it, because when you're enjoying yourself, you're always more attractive.
That's right. Your energy, it's more fun to be around you.
Definitely.
You attract more fun.
Yes. Because we always want to be around people who are happy and enjoying themselves. And we're like, what's going on over there? That person looks like they're having fun. I want some of that too, right?
That's what I want to be there.
So anyway, the good news is, again, there are opportunities for love. And I think, astrologically speaking, there was something about Saturn being in retrograde in the beginning of September, and then it moved out on the 18th. And being a Capricorn, I know very little about astrology, but being a Capricorn, I know Saturn is my ruling planet. So I'm like so glad to hear I'm not in retrograde anymore.
Gone direct. That's good.
It's supposedly it's there to help us with our divine trail or course or path or whatever. So that's a really big opening up. So that coming into October now, things should be a lot more open. Don't miss out.
Just a good point about that. I just grabbed my note here. Today's October 3rd, and Pluto has been in retrograde up until today, and it's just gone direct. And what Pluto does is it brings up the darker aspects of us for processing. So we've been in a 5-month period. This is 5 months processing that stuff. So, your client may have just been coming to the end of that too, like thinking, why am I doing this and it's not working for me? So today is a day where we let it go, and it's almost like things light up. Expansion happens, expansiveness happens. So again, to the point about no more overthinking, because it's all done and gone, and know that you're on the right track, you're on the right path.
And that this is a new time, like when the planet Pluto has gone direct, then it's an opening. And so as the month of October is like a new beginning, how perfect that dovetails with
Absolutely.
the October 3rd going direct of Pluto, and no more in hiding in the darkness, right?
Yeah. Go and be seen. Absolutely. Did I just lose you?
Yeah, but hopefully you're back. I'm back.
I think we're back.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So this is fun as always.
Absolutely. It's been great.
We look forward to seeing you all on the next first Tuesday of November, and we'll tell you what the love forecast is then. But in the meantime, please get out there, mingle, have fun. Love is there for you. Love is your destiny. Thank you to my guest, Moira from wellnessmoira.com. And have a good week. Take care.
Have a great month. Thanks, Ronnie. Bye-bye.